Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hello. How is everybody today? It's very noticeable. Yesterday, Skyen scratched my lip accidentally while I was doing yoga yesterday morning, and it's healing, but it's still a little sore. All right, so hello, everybody. Hello, Amanda. As you're joining on, please feel free to say hello and let me know how are you being. Hey, Laura. So excited you're on live this morning. So what is your being state? What are your feelings? What is it that happens? Have you been aware of what's been going on while you've just been being? Or has it been more about, what has your awareness been about? We're on day 8. You're filling out your calendar or your journal. This morning, how did you sleep? What's your energy like today? Hey, Venus, big awakening, yes. Where is your awareness going? So as we go into day 8, I wanted us to bring our awareness into the quiet moments, or even the moments that we're doing something, but what is our mind doing? Are you fully being? I call my like meditation, or for me, meditation and mindfulness, I have called those being space. So me simply being. And I can be while I'm doing. Sometimes I don't do well just being, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of times, like I was doing dishes today and I realized that I was thinking about, I should see about this, and I was over here and I was like flutter in my mind, and I went, I'm doing the dishes. Let's be present. And I just stopped and I got into the moment. So are there times that you kind of catch yourself? Or is this something maybe new to your awareness? I would love to, if you want to just write in the chat box, like, oh no, I'm really aware of what I'm doing, or this is something I'm now just starting to work on. So as we go through day 8, I would love for us to just become more aware of how we are being. When we're not doing anything, do we feel frustrated? I don't know if you can see, my kids and I made ring necklaces this morning. So I've been being really mindful with creating a morning rhythm that feels really yummy, especially since I take about 15 to 20 minutes each morning with you guys in the Magical Mothering Tribe. I've been really more aware of how I'm spending my morning. And I've noticed when on mornings that I'm really distracted after I do yoga and I go straight to my computer and start checking Facebook and seeing what I missed over the past 7 hours, and or I just start jumping in straight to building a web page and getting everything set up like that. The shift, the beingness is not there. It doesn't set the tone for the whole day. So the past I've been kind of becoming more, I've been observing my own morning rhythm and saying, what's working, what's not working, let's tweak this, let's do this, let's keep trying until something really flows, right? And this is a beautiful part about rhythm. Feel into it. Allow yourself to see what really works and what doesn't. Maybe you really want to do, maybe you really want to take a walk every day, but the time that you're doing it during the day just isn't quite working. Keep implementing that you want to take a walk and try it at different times. So it's the same thing for yoga. I tried to do it after the Facebook Live when I first started doing yoga every day. And it just felt like it took up too much of the day. I wanted to get the day started already. So now I literally pop up out of bed and I do yoga. And then after yoga, I put my mat away and I put my computer away, and we get out either the toys or the craft supplies. In the past 3 or 4 mornings, it's been the craft supplies. Well, I guess in summer solstice, it's been the craft supplies. So this morning, I just had out the wooden rings that we have, and then we have wooden spools, which I did have a spool. It was a really cool, I made it a rainbow wooden spool. It was a neat little double design, but Skyanne said I stole her spool, and she was all upset, and so I gave it to her. But we've just been making really simple crafts first thing in the morning, and I sit with them and I just connect with them, and we're drawing, and we're coloring, and we're crafting, and I realize that for me, I need to start my day with being space, of just being present with my kids. Because if I don't start the day like that, often the whole day never really gets to that point of real connection. I can get to that point again, like if we're out at the lake and we're playing, but it's wonderful to start the day with what your intention is and what you want your whole day to look and feel like. So I would love for you guys to write in the chat, if you're willing, something that you would like your day to look like. What is it that you are really longing for, either if you have kids in the home or if you don't have kids in the home anymore? But what do you want to start the day out with? How do you want to bring about the whole rest of the day? I feel like it actually starts the whole night before, whether you get to bed at a time so that you can get the amount of sleep that you need. I feel like my day really depends on the night before, whether I went to bed when I needed to or when I knew that I needed to. And then my whole day starts from how much sleep I get to the morning. Do you feel this way too? Do you feel like this... your sleep kind of starts your day, or are you able to wake up no matter what and your day is your day? I'd love to hear some variety of that, if there's some differing opinions on this. So, what is being space to you? Do you love to spend some time, maybe 20 minutes, in just silence? Is that your being space, and you just clear your mind? Yes, absolutely. Sleep affects your day too. Okay. Yeah. So I've been waking up in the morning. I'm not sure if you can see that. Like, I've been waking up in the morning, and right when I wake up, I write how many hours of sleep I've been getting, each night. So, I'm working out on that. Yes. So as we just become more aware, like it's really interesting. The second I talk to one mom, as I talk to more women throughout the week, it seems like there's like a theme. So this week has really been about moms staying up really late and then not having, they want to start more, of a morning routine, and they want to maybe wake up a little bit earlier, or they've heard that I wake up early with my kids at 5 a.m. And when we weren't, I didn't like it. I got so used to waking up at 5 a.m. with them that when they started sleeping in until like 6:30, I went, oh, I've lost so much of my day already. But I got used to watching the sunrise and all of that. So Amanda, you were saying your being space is watering your plants, yeah, and being with them. And you've got a beautiful wild garden, so that's a magical space to have, just that being space and letting the plants nurture and heal, and just having that symbiotic relationship with them is so healing. So yes, it's a beautiful way to start your being space of your day. And so I really feel like if we are to acknowledge and become aware of our sleep, and not that, you can't stay up late. There's nights that I stay up until 11, and that's it. I do not stay up past 11, unless I'm going out with girlfriends or something. But then I've scheduled the morning to not have so many expectations of myself, or of what I can get done. So I literally drop those, anything that I feel like needs to get done. I'll wake up and do a really simple yoga and just plan to just be. So acknowledging, how are you kind of sabotaging? We talked yesterday in yesterday's Facebook Live about sabotaging ourselves and how our limiting beliefs, and there's these kind of hidden belief systems. Like, as a mom, the only time that I can get to myself is if I stay up until 2 a.m. Right? And yet we know that that's actually not nurturing us. We're not able to lose weight because we're not getting ample sleep. We're off in our rhythms. We're off in our natural sleep cycles. And as we look at this and say, how can we really create dynamic change, and while working towards creating this life that we really desire, right? How can we incorporate some being space to just be present through the day? So I'm going to keep this Facebook Live pretty short. I just wanted to pop in and say hello to you guys and happy Thursday. So as you're going through today, maybe if you have a few minutes just after this video of just being, maybe do some breathing and just get present to the moment. And see how you can implement that out throughout the day, and for the rest of this 30-day rhythm challenge. So peace and blessings to all of you. Yes, your 5-year-old even has her own garden. I love that. Yes. And I mean, you seem like you have such magic with plants. I am learning my relationship with plants. I am much better with wild edibles and gathering and communicating with the wild edibles. But I think the land that I have lived on has not been cared for well, and so I'm now putting our healing energy into our land. So I love that. Yes, having a garden for your little ones, having a space for them to be, where they can mirror your being space. And I think that's kind of maybe that's what you're getting at, is while you're being, have an opportunity for, to either mirror your children, because they are excellent at just being. That's what they do all day. So practice mirroring your kids' being rather than having them imitate you. Because so often, okay, sorry, I guess I'm not ending early. Yesterday I was talking to one of the magical mamas in the group. She actually came up to the mountain and we went to the lake and played. So if you're local and want to come and play, please let me know. Yes, you do grow food in a wild way, and I love that. I love the wildness of your garden. This is Amanda. And hey, Lonice. So when I was chatting with her yesterday, we were just talking about homeschool styles. And I don't know, a lot of you have come from the Waldorf circles that I really love. And then a lot of the moms have come from the unschooling circles that I also really love. And so I've really blended, and I literally dove so deep into Waldorf, into the philosophical aspect. I read Steiner's works. I loved his spiritual aspects of life. And then it dawned on me, and I said, for me, Waldorf education, with bringing in the art and nature and the seasonal festivals and rhythm and reawakening and our spirituality, Waldorf was really for my healing. And then when I learned unschooling, I realized that is a perfect way for my kids to learn. And so what I've done with my own life and my own programs even, I've pretty much made a Waldorf way of healing for moms. It's very gentle, it's very spiritual, it's very nature-oriented, and yet when I am being with my kids, it's not that I need to teach them anything. I simply get to facilitate whatever it is that their heart's desire is. And so for me, Waldorf is a way for me to heal my own aspects of learning and education and societal views of having to be a certain way, of being in the mainstream. And so when I realized that Waldorf was going to help me remember or unlearn all the things that I thought should be a certain way, and then unschooling is simply just allowing our children to lead life by their interests. And I think eventually I'll get more there myself, but for now I really needed the structure of Waldorf as far as a rhythm and being in the flow and connecting with the sun and the moon and the seasons. So and then I came full circle when we were having a conversation yesterday with Forrest Unschooling is really like the beautiful blend of everything. So everything that I've learned has been a lot through my own journey of just seeing how to be the best mom for my kids. And as I was doing that, I realized that all the work had to be done within me. It's not that my kids needed any work. They didn't need behavior modification, and they didn't need training and tools. I needed all of this. I needed to learn how to see and observe and become aware of my own actions so that I could be the best mom for my kids. Because our kids don't need to unlearn usually. I mean, if they're older than 13 and you're very much new to all of this information, starting them out in a Waldorf way to kind of unlearn is a beautiful way of gradually getting into a more rhythmic and centered way of being. So I hope that makes sense. Went off on a little tangent there, but I thought that was important. And the other thing is, before we end, there's been quite a few women who saw my poll about a 6-week rewilding. Yes, I love that. Yes, rewilding. I love that. Do you find, Amanda, that there is an unlearning process or a deschooling process first that needs to happen before the rewilding process? I'd love to hear if you find that that's true. Because I find that a lot of times when people just kind of break away, it almost creates kind of like a chaos for a little while. And this like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? My mind's going crazy, where giving, having an awareness and a focus kind of helps prior to the wild. I don't know. So I'd love to hear if yes, no. And so there's been quite a few women who, the poll that I put up as to whether people were interested in a letting go of a set of norms. Yeah. If people were interested in a 6-week rhythm, discover your rhythm kind of course, like a group course, or if people were more interested in a 4-month discover your rhythm group course. So that poll is still in the Magical Mothering Facebook group. If you get a chance and you're interested in kind of going deeper with this, I'd love to get your feedback if you're interested in a 6-week or a 4-month. And then I had quite a few women who said, well, I don't really want to wait that long. I'd love to start now. And the only option that I had before was a year-long program. I've shifted that, and I'm now offering just monthly. So if you just want one session, you can just join and then cancel the membership after your one session, or if you want to just stay at monthly, you could do that. So I have weekly sessions, bi-weekly sessions, and monthly sessions. And it's just for 1 month at a time. You can decide however long you'd like to stick with it. Obviously, we'll talk and we can figure out a good amount of time that's right for you. But rather than anybody joining a specific one-on-one 1-year program that goes I am now going to be doing individualized one-on-one programs. If you want to find your soul's calling and get your gifts out to the world, we will do that for you. If you want to discover your rhythm, we will do that for you. If you want to do some healing so that the repetitive actions, if you're experiencing the same kind of situations more consistently and you're going, man, I just dealt with this, why is this happening again? Let's do some healing on that and we'll get that shifted. So yes, so I just wanted to put that out there. I'll put the link in the title here, magicalmothering.com/mentoring/, but I wanted to just put that out there because there was some women who went, I didn't even know you had this. So just letting you guys know that that is available finally in a much easier way. So I get lost in my own brain too sometimes. So forgive me for making it seem so complicated. So let's do some being space today. And I hope you have a blessed and magical day. All right. Peace and blessings.